Hello, my name is Brenda Moss, and welcome to my corner of YouTube over here where we make memories by laying one brick at a time. Today, I want to talk to you about a phrase that we often say to people when they are going through things or when something happens. We often say to them, "Stop that crying. Stop that crying." But today, as I was speaking to another person that I get the awesome opportunity to speak into their life and to give them encouragement, as I do with a lot of people, that phrase changed things for me today. It changed the meaning of "stop that crying." The young lady called me and she wanted me to know that she had written a poem to her son that was tragically taken by gun violence. And she said, and I got through it and I didn't cry. And my first thought was, that's good that you didn't cry. And then as she began to read it at the end, she began to shed a few tears. And as I was thinking, and God spoke to me and he said, she's changed her cry. She's changed her cry. And I'm thinking, God, what are you talking about? And she reminded me of when I had spoke to her and I had said to her when she first was talking to me, she was just crying, crying, crying because the incident was so new. The incident was so real. You could feel the emotions of going through what she had been through, just like I have. Her son was taken by gun violence. And so my thing to her was, stop that crying. And today it gave me a whole new meaning. When we say that to people in whatever stage they're in, we have to understand the stage that they're in. When she was speaking to me in the beginning and I said, stop that crying, that cry was a cry of grief. That cry was a cry of bitterness. That cry was a cry of unforgiveness. That cry was a cry of, am I going to make it through this? That was the type of cry that she had then. But today, when she shed a few tears and when she began to cry after she read the poem to her son, I understood that the cry that she was crying this time was a cry of healing, a cry that had brought her from some deep, dark places to a place where now maybe she can see the light. Does that mean she doesn't miss her son? Absolutely not. But what it means is that there's healing that has taken place. She's no longer bitter as she was. She's no longer as angry as she was. So let me say this to those of you that want to say to others, stop that crying. You have to understand at what point that cry came out. If it's at the beginning of trauma, that's trauma that they're trying to figure out why it happened to me. What should I do? Why am I going through this? That's that cry. But if you wait just a little longer, if you encourage them just a little more, you're going to understand that they'll have a new cry. A cry that says, listen, I've been through some things, but I didn't stay there. I can write a poem now about my son, and the tears that I shed, those are tears of healing. Those are tears of joy. Don't misunderstand. I'm not saying I won't cry again. I'm just saying that I've changed my cry. So my request to you today in laying a brick is to check your cry. Is it the same cry that it was when whatever happened, or have you healed? And now you can cry, but you feel just a little bit better about it. There's nowhere that says we would never cry. Nowhere says that. But we can change our cry.